Crouse.
Universal's first 3D animated movie, Despicable Me, is a generous mix of German expressionism, a spy versus spy vibe, and the Jetsons. It is stylish, gently funny, and should be a big hit with kids and adults alike. It's not exactly Toy Story 3, but it is as close as we're likely to get until the next Pixarian offer comes barreling into theaters. Now, bad guys don't come much worse than Gru. That's the voice of Steve Carell. He's a supervillain, complete with minions, an evil genius assistant, played by Russell Brand, a panda skin rug in his lair, and a plan to shrink the moon. The only things standing in his way are Vector, played by Jason Segel, a Bill Gates look-alike rival evil overlord, who is determined to throw a wrench into Gru's plan, and Margot, Edith, and Agnes, three orphan girls who force him to rethink his diabolical dealings. Now, Despicable Me has lots to recommend it. State-of-the-art 3D animation, good voice work, and there's more on that later, and lots of grin-worthy moments, but despite all that, it is the jelly bean-shaped minions who really steal the show. They speak gibberish, ineptly do Gru's bidding, and supply most of the film's memorable laughs. Swag R Us is sure to have shelves full of the little buggers, and for once, I get it. Damn it, I want a minion. Either real or stuffed, it doesn't really matter to me. Now, the script stays on track, and with the exception of one jab at Lehman Brothers, they're the namesake of the Bank of Evil, avoids the trap of peppering the story with current pop culture jokes. Too often, kids' animated movies rely on current references for humor, but looking back, how effective is the Arsenio Hall impression in Aladdin for today's audiences? Funny at the time for sure, but 18 years later, it can hardly be called timeless. Despicable Me, like Pixar's films, avoids that trap and instead relies on humor that arises from the situation and the characters, plus a good dollop of heart to tell the story. Now, more traditionally, for today's animated features, the casting tends towards big stars, but unlike many other animated films that shape characters around their celebrity counterparts, Madagascar, I'm looking at you right now, Despicable Me actually contains some very nice voice work. Carell, the name above the title star, could easily have brought his familiar Michael Scott intonation to the role and everyone would have been very pleased, but instead he actually creates an unrecognizable voice. It's sort of a cross between Ricardo Montalban and Bela Lugosi, but it's also more than just an extension of his well-known comic persona. It's a great performance even though we never actually see him on the screen. Now, if Toy Story 3 hadn't come out last month, Despicable Me would be the best animated movie of the year so far.
Crouse.